So, if you watch my channel, you guys have probably figured out by now that I make all my own intro music. And if I really like something, then I make this mini intro video like this one. Because music videos used to be really awesome, especially back in the 1980s when there was no internet and success was measured in the size of your ghetto blaster, and before MTV and VH1 decided that music television shouldn't really involve, well, music. I do these intro sequences partly because I want to learn more about video production and get really good at it, and partly because it's just really a lot of fun. This week we're looking at Infiltrator II, which was just released, and is this insanely cool multi-effects plugin with LFOs, envelopes, and a seriously awesome sequencer. It's a gigantic upgrade from 1, and it's free if you own the original. My hat's off to Devious Machines, because they win the awesome award for doing this. So do I like Infiltrator II? Yeah. I mean, I'm all about unlimited options, and this has 55 effects, all editable with custom LFOs. It's got some really great distortions, several nice compressor modes, and you can sequence the bloody heck out of everything to get some top-notch glitch madness. To top it off, there are over 1,500 presets if you don't want to dive into sound design too much. If you want to hear examples of some of the presets, we go through a bunch at the end, but before that, I'm going to show you some reasons why I think Infiltrator is really cool, so stick around. First though, let's take a look at the intro song to see just how Infiltrator can really change your sound. For the drum track, I use this great plugin called Break Tweaker, and this is what it sounds like dry. For the first measure, I use the Very Confused Snail preset, which is actually just one effect with some distortion and compression thrown in. This is basically a tape stop reverse type effect called Verispeed. It does some considerable warping, and it sounds like this. For the second and third 4-bar loop, I use another patch called Pick Up the Pace, which is a more muted instance of the Verispeed effect, and it sounds like this. The synth patch is a mix of several sounds. There's Volcom and Synth Anthology 3 by UVI, and I also have the new Chroma Grand Piano by Sonuscore. All great instruments which sound excellent just by themselves. When we add Infiltrator, it makes some subtle differences by squashing the sound, adding delay, and a nice lo-fi reverb. At the third measure, I kick it up a notch by using this 80s delay phaser distortion patch called Scything. That's the basis of the song intro. 3 bars and 3 pretty simple loops, with Infiltrator adding some interest into something that would just otherwise be bland. So obviously, Infiltrator can really change up your sound. But that's not the only reason it's great. Let's look at 3 things that make this a really cool plugin. Right off the bat, let's start with ease of use. I'm huge into sound design and having infinite options, but a lot of people aren't. And what's cool and a little unusual about Infiltrator is that it caters to both types of people. For those who love sound design, it's like building with Legos. You just stack effects and adjust LFOs however you want, and then add macros for live control. It's laid out really well, and this is pretty intuitive. Now, if you don't want to delve into the sound design realm, there are a couple of options. One is the insane number of presets available. I mean, seriously, you can skim through these for hours. 2, there are 4 macro knobs at the top of the screen. Want to make some simple tweaks with the sound? Just use the easy dials, and with a few turns, bam, new preset. Number 3 is pretty sweet. Just go to the sequencer and be random. Infiltrator is for glitch freaks, and there are no wrong moves in this music genre, so have at it. It's a blast just messing around with the sequencer on a patch, and it's one great way to get those happy accidents. Item number 2 on my list of cool is pad design. Everyone talks about how great Infiltrator is for glitch, but it's also excellent for pads. You just need to do a couple of things. Number 1, slow the heck down. Classic pad design is about slow and subtle movements, so take those LFOs and envelopes and drag them down near the bottom of the dial. 2. Randomize, randomize, randomize. This is really easy to do in Infiltrator by taking an envelope and throwing a whole bunch of points on it. Then drag the points to wherever because, hey, it's random. The longer your envelope, the more random it will sound. Number 3. Be subtle. This was mentioned in item 1, but it's important. We want to be the opposite of glitch, which is smooth like butter melting on pancakes. So drop your envelope intensities down, or drop your mix knobs down for each effect, or drop your wet-dry mix level. If you have limited funds, like most of us, or are just starting out on your music making journey, then this is the plugin for you. I have not come across another multi-effects engine that has this many options for this price, especially on sale. I mean, there are single reverb plugins that cost way more than this thing. They're really awesome reverb plugins, but that's beside the point. If you want bang for your buck VSTs, then this should be near the top of your list. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe, but stick around because I'm going to go through a few presets and we will see you on the other side of the mountain.